Fern never expected Stark to finally catch on one day. She only casually mentioned that she was free tomorrow. Yet Stark, for once, actually invited her out on a date.
構ってほしいなら明日デートしようぜ。
Not long before that, Friaran's group arrived in a region famous for hot springs. But the last time they had been there was over 100 years ago. Now the nearby village was completely abandoned. After the hot springs dried up, no adventurers ever came back. This was exactly what Friaran had expected. They had no choice but to wait until the next town to decide what to do. However, an old man mentioned that there was still a hot spring behind the mountain about 30 years ago. Friaran actually knew about that hot spring. She had been there before with Himmel and the others, but it was deep in the mountains and extremely remote. Compared to that, going to a town was faster and much more convenient. Still, Stark insisted on going there once. What they didn't realize was that this decision would cost them several more days. Just like last time with Himmel's party, they ended up wandering around for a long time. Whenever Himmel reached a new place, he always wanted to explore it thoroughly. The path to the hot spring was extremely dangerous. They even had to pass through territory controlled by monsters. Soon, they heard a terrifying roar. The monster looked like a three-headed dragon. Unless all three heads were cut off at the same time, it would keep regenerating. That was no easy opponent for Stark. But as the monster charged toward them at full speed, Friaran already had a plan. She told Stark to run in one direction. The monster immediately shifted its focus onto Stark. Friaran then seized the opportunity and defeated the monster. After dealing with it, they finally reached the hot spring. As expected, there was nothing special about it. The water was only deep enough to soak their feet. The only real upside was that the scenery wasn't bad. The reason Stark wanted to come here was because he had heard about this journey from Aizen as a child. Aizen said it was the most beautiful night view he had ever seen. Stark came here hoping to see the same view his master once did, but the exhausting trip back down the mountain made him regret coming. A few days later, they arrived at the next town. Friaran was so tired that she stayed near the hot springs for days. Even when she went out, it was only to browse magic shops. Fern mentioned that she had nothing planned for the entire next day. After hearing that, Stark decided to go to the weapon shop to sharpen his axe. That immediately annoyed Fern. She had already made her intentions painfully clear, yet Stark pretended not to understand at all. This time, however, Stark decided to push back. He invited Fern out on a date the next day. What Stark didn't expect was that Fern actually agreed.